In the quiet solitude of a vast library, filled with the wisdom of ages and the silent stories of countless souls, there lived a seasoned philosopher named Valerius. His life's work was to explore the depths of human understanding and to guide those who found themselves lost amidst the tumult of their own lives. One cold winter day, a young man named Julian sought out Valerius. Julian's heart was heavy with the weight of unfulfilled expectations and a future that seemed increasingly bleak. His life, once a canvas of bright possibilities, now appeared as a maze of closed doors and untraveled paths. "Valerius," Julian began, his voice echoing softly in the vast expanse of the library, "I am trapped in a storm of despair. My dreams are fading away and I fear I've lost my way. How can I move forward when every step feels like a stumble in the dark?" Valerius invited Julian to join him at a large oak table, scattered with scrolls and ancient texts. He then shared a story, not of mythical heroes or legendary quests, but of a shipwright named Cassius, who lived by the sea. Cassius, like Julian, had faced a time of great turmoil. A storm had ravaged his shipyard, destroying the vessels he had painstakingly crafted and scattering the dreams he had built alongside them. Yet, in the aftermath of the storm, Cassius found himself standing amid the wreckage, faced with the choice to despair or to rebuild. Amidst the ruins of his creations, Cassius found clarity, Valerius recounted. He realized that while he could not control the fury of the storm, he could control his response to it. Each day, he focused on salvaging what he could, repairing what was damaged, and learning from what had been lost. His task was immense, yet he approached it one step at a time, focusing on the present, on what he could achieve that day, in that moment. Julian listened, captivated by the story of Cassius, seeing in it a reflection of his own struggles. "Like Cassius, you must find strength in the present," Valerius said. "Your life may not unfold as you had hoped, but here and now, you possess the power to shape its course. Ask yourself, where am I at this moment? And what can I do right now to start building anew?" Julian realized that his despair had blinded him to the potential of the present. He had been so focused on the life he thought he should have that he overlooked the opportunities that lay before him, here, in the now. Inspired by Cassius's story, Julian began to approach his own life with a new perspective. He embraced the present, focusing on small, achievable goals, on the steps he could take each day to move forward. He discovered new passions and paths he had never considered, finding joy and fulfillment in the process of building and rebuilding, always with an eye on the present and what he could do within it. As the seasons changed, so too did Julian. He learned that the true art of living was not in lamenting what was lost or fearing what was to come, but in embracing the moment at hand, with all its challenges and opportunities. Valerius's tale of Cassius had illuminated a profound truth: that the only way to navigate through life's storms was by anchoring oneself in the present, where the tools for rebuilding one's life always lay within reach. And thus, Julian's story, guided by the wisdom of Valerius and the metaphor of the shipwright, became a testament to the power of the present moment. It was a reminder that, even when faced with the wreckage of our plans and dreams, there is always a foundation upon which to rebuild, here and now in the vast library of our lives. Years later, Julian found himself reflecting on the journey that had unfolded since his fateful meeting with Valerius in the library. His life had taken turns he could never have anticipated, each step informed by the wisdom of embracing the present, of building with what was before him rather than mourning what was not. The library, with its ancient texts and whispering echoes of the past, had become a sanctuary for Julian, a place where he frequently returned to seek guidance and solace. He had come to understand that the story of Cassius the shipwright was not just a tale from the past, but a living metaphor for resilience, creativity, and the undying human spirit. Julian's own story, much like the vessels Cassius had crafted, had been shaped and reshaped by the hands of time and circumstance. He had learned to find solace in the act of creation, whether it was writing, teaching, or simply living with intention. The challenges and setbacks he encountered became less like insurmountable walls and more like the storms Cassius faced, temporary, though fierce, always giving way to calm seas and the chance to rebuild. In time, Julian became a mentor to others who felt adrift in the tumult of life's seas. He shared with them the story of Cassius, imparting the lessons of focusing on the present and doing what one could with what they had at that moment. Through his guidance, many found their way to their own sanctuaries, their own versions of the library where wisdom and peace awaited. The legacy of Valerius's wisdom, carried forward by Julian, became a beacon of hope for those struggling to find their path. It was a testament to the idea that, no matter how fierce the storm, there is always a way forward if one focuses on the present, on where they are right now, and on what they can do to move forward from there. And so, as Julian walked the familiar aisles of the library, he realized that his life, once a quest for a destination, had become a journey defined by the richness of each moment, each step, each breath. In the end, it was not about reaching a place where he no longer felt lost, but about finding himself in the places he never thought to look, the here and now, where all stories begin anew.